My dream was to be a head coach at a storied franchise. And when I tell you this is a dream job for me, I mean what I say. Obviously, having a player like Dame and having CJ and having some of the great players that we have makes any job more attractive. But at the end of the day, I want to be a head coach at a storied franchise. So it didn't deter me at all from going after my dream. It didn't then and it doesn't now. So I'm excited for the opportunity. I'm just going to be me at all times, and it's always worked for me in my life. I'm comfortable with who I am, my passion for the game, my passion to win, my passion to lead and compete. Seems to me that's what this fan base is all about. Came here playing against the Blazers for many, many years and had some long, long nights, in that building based on not only personnel, but just how great the fan base was and is. And so I don't look at it that way. I come in and try to do the best job that I can, try to lead our guys the best I can, and everything just kind of happens organically, in my opinion.
What you think will be the toughest challenge on the court to get the team over the hump and take that next step?
Yeah, I think the biggest, improvement that we can make as a team is on the defensive end of the floor. Offensively, you have some gifted players, and they've already performed at a really high level on the offensive end. I think on the defensive end is where we take the next step, just having a defensive mindset, a defensive mentality, just to compete every single day, and to be physical and to communicate, things like that. You can have different schemes and principles, but at the end of the day, if you don't compete and invest in that side of the ball, you're probably going to underachieve there. And I think that's our first jump, as we start talking about how we can improve there, and it starts obviously with our best players being serious about it. And you got guys that are winners, Dame and CJ and Nurk. These guys are winners. So I don't think there'll be any issue with how we'll get better. I'm just looking forward to getting to work and having those discussions and conversations, to be honest with you.
You know the Blazers roster well, and you saw how they played last year and all. Do you see unrealized potential in this roster without trades, without deals, because who knows if anything's going to get done this summer? Mm-hmm. But can you improve the team as it sits now?
I believe we can. Obviously, like we said, offensively, this team was unbelievable. I think we can even be better offensively with more ball movement, different schemes, different plays, executing a little bit better, playing on both sides of the floor a little bit more and not having to have Dame and CJ bail you out, with those shots that they can make all the time, having some more continuity, not only ball movement, but player movement. And then defensively, and I think, Big Nurk is an asset. I think that he can score more than he's, has in the past. He's a really good facilitator, moving him around, putting the ball in his hands, moving Dame and CJ off of the ball a little bit. We got some versatile guys on our team. I do. I really think highly of the roster. I'm sure Neil will be working, his behind off. Everybody wants to win here. And then defensively, like I said, where we can get a lot better too with the guys that we currently have. So I'm excited about where we are. Obviously, a lot of those questions can be, that's Neil's responsibility, but I'm excited as heck about what we have right now.
Where are you with the staff, and what will you value in your staff?
Yeah, just beginning to put it together. Me as a first-timer, I think it's going to be really important that I have a ton of experience on my staff. Even though we talk a lot about defense, as a point guard, I'm used to the offensive end. Reading the game, calling the plays, seeing the adjustments to make. So obviously having a really strong defensive presence there, offensive. I'll have a wealth of knowledge on the staff. I value guys that will be able to communicate and relate to the players. I think that's a big deal nowadays. If you look at both the four teams that are playing right now, 3 of the coaches are former players that can all connect with players that can hold these guys accountable by way of their reputation and who they are and what they've done, you know. And that's Bud is really good at it as well, but he's not a former NBA player. And these guys are all point guards, so there's something to be said about that. You know, I've always believed that, and that's kind of who I'll be as a coach. I won't be making any adjustments. I am who I am, you know, and I think that it will bode well for our group.